Let's consider an important question in Islamic theology. Imagine a person living in complete isolation. They have never heard of the Quran. They have never met a Muslim. They have never heard of any prophet or divine revelation. What would be their fate in the hereafter? Interestingly, all three major Sunni theological schools agree that Allah is perfectly just and merciful. However, they explain this person's situation differently. Let's examine each view.
Based on the definitive framework of the three Sunni creeds, a person who has never heard of the Quran or any prophet can still find salvation.
But the mechanical reason for how they are saved differs completely depending on the theological school. Here is how each creed explicitly answers this question for someone living today.
The Ash'ari answer: yes, by divine pardon. The status: they are classified as al-Fatrah, people of the interval who never received the message. The ruling: they are automatically excused and granted salvation because God's justice dictates that people cannot be punished for a law they never heard. The theology: human reason cannot figure out spiritual obligations on its own. Since God did not send them a messenger, they have no religious duties, meaning they have committed no sins of disbelief.
The Maturidi answer: yes, by natural intellect. The status: they are intellectually accountable for the basics of monotheism. The ruling: they can find salvation only if they use their mind to conclude that a single creator exists. The theology: the universe is full of signs. Even without a prophet, human reason is powerful enough to deduce that the world has a maker. If they reject idolatry and acknowledge a supreme creator, they are saved. If they worship idols or patch together false gods, they fail the test of reason and are not saved.
The Athari answer: yes, by a special test in the hereafter. The status: their ultimate fate is a matter of the unseen, ghaib, but textually provided for. The ruling: they are neither automatically saved nor automatically condemned in this life. Instead, they will face a unique test on the day of judgment. The theology: rather than using human logic to guess, Atharis rely heavily on specific hadiths regarding people who died without hearing the message. They believe God will manifest a literal test for them on Judgment Day, such as commanding them to step into a symbolic fire. If they obey God there, they enter paradise. If they disobey God, they enter hell.
Summary of today's scenario. If an isolated individual passes away today, without ever encountering Islam. The Ash'ari scholar says, they go to heaven because no messenger reached them. The Maturidi scholar says, they go to heaven only if they naturally believed in one God. The Athari scholar says, their test is postponed until they stand directly before God.